What's up, Commanders? Welcome to another Alliance briefing, your trusted debrief on all things Marvel Strike Force. Patch notes, community reactions, content highlight, and a look at what's coming ahead. And yes, I've seen the Reddit posts, all 87 of them. And if you want to know what has happened this week in Marvel Strike Force and get yourself prepared for next week, then join me in this video. So this week there has been a lot of hot topics going around the Marvel Strike Force community, but officially we have only had two blogs this week. Both of them came out on May the 7th, and the first one I want to cover is the patch 9.1 release notes. Now, this patch actually went live on Monday, the 5th of May, and it introduced the new Intel Store and the Intel Store currency. It also laid the groundwork for the legacy currency conversion to shop credits, which you'll be able to spend in the upcoming supply store. Plus, there were some minor bug fixes. So let's go and take a quick look at this blog. Okay, so the 9.1 release notes, we're not going to go through a lot of this because this is all stuff that they have already put in a blog previously. They did add the Command Center home screen tile update. So they moved the Command Center tile on the main menu from its original spot underneath the campaigns to the previous location of the message of the day tile, which is to the right of the milestone tile. With this change, we have a more prominent and convenient entry point for the command center. The added real estate also allows us to share more information about the command center at a glance. That was a really good use. The message of the day tile really was a wasted feature, in my opinion, in the game. And so having it as something that we can click on and actually use is really, really good. Now, I want to go through the bug fixes in the game. So the bug fixes that they did with this patch, they have fixed the issue where Apocalypse would gain 100% speed bar after using his ultimate against an enemy null. And that is because the enemy null blocks the empowered status, and the 100% speed bar was supposed to be tied to his empowered status as Apocalypse. So I'm really glad they went in and changed this. They fixed an issue where some speed mechanics of characters were acting improperly. Now, there is still a couple of instances where the speed mechanics are acting improperly. We have one in Arena where Emma Frost X-Men is not blocking null if he is in position 5. And hopefully the devs can find a workaround to fix that issue in the coming months. They've put here the most common example seen of this was when Starjammers fought an enemy Nightcrawler alongside Night Stalkers. Yeah, I can believe that. That would be pretty annoying. Chaotic Storm changing boss difficulty was applying the change to regular nodes. I didn't know about that one, if I'm completely honest, but that's cool if they fix that. Chaotic Storm fixed an issue where remaining enemy health was not displayed in the node info panel. Again, something I wasn't overly aware of there with that bug. I've never seen that bug myself, but if they fixed it, brilliant. The raid info panel would not always display if you did not meet the node requirements when changing difficulties. Again, something I hadn't seen, but brilliant that they're getting onto that quickly, especially with this new way of doing the raids. That is really, really good. In some cases, the progression bar did not display as intended upon entering a raid. Now, I don't think that has actually been fixed. I'm pretty sure we're still having that weird part where you're seeing the progression bar on the main screen be higher than what it should be sometimes, and then it will drop itself back down again. So I don't know if that has been completely fixed bug-wise, but they're saying they've put something in to try and fix that. And the menu backgrounds were not correctly updating when moving between modes. And I have had that happen, and that is appreciated that is, has been fixed. And this blog was a shame because, honestly, this blog got completely drowned out by what came next. And so next we had the additional details on the Intel Store and the currency conversion, which was released again on May the 7th, the very same day. And this one This one blew up. A big section of the community melted down over this. I'm looking at you, Reddit, and a few of our influencers. And if you want a more balanced take on the whole thing, I did put a video out with my own perspective. The link is going to be in the description down below, and I will put it up in the card up in the top right-hand corner here. And this ties really right into another hot topic this week, which is the new limited time game mode, Psychic Cataclysm. So this is just one of the dozen or so posts about this game mode on Reddit itself. Hey everyone, Psychic Cataclysm thoughts. So I was waiting for this event to launch, and upon launching, I have realized that the event was not designed for a player like me. Scopely could have done something about it with lower difficulties, but we could not even start the event unless we have 5 Gear Tier 20 characters. In the video, I have shared my thoughts. What's your opinion about this event?
Hey everyone. So this Professor X Scourge event launched today. When I saw this added to the game, I was excited. But when the event started, I have realized that the event was designed for top spenders in the game. It was very frustrating as I have been looking forward to playing it. The rewards are just few of the skins, and top 500 ranks will get Dark Xavier skins, so that was not a big deal. However, if Scopely had given us the chance to play these events, then it would have been nice. I am very disappointed that they have paywalled the entry to the event at Gear Tier 20. For non-spenders or light to medium spenders, it probably will not be possible to clear this event. Definitely impossible for free-to-play players. As you can see, the event requires characters with arch-enemy traits. Those available characters are good, but at this early stage, it is not possible to put Gear Tier 20 on 5 of them. Also notice that right now, I only have Daredevil Modern and Blade at Gear Tier 20. I am planning to take rest of these 3 to Xavier Saga. And I am still behind on those materials. The Intel store is helping, but I am nowhere near ready for it. Unfortunately, I will not be able to record the game.
Okay, so I want to pause the video right here after they've said about this. So in this post, which led to this video from Free to Play Games, and no, we're not in the signal boost section yet, but this video here is saying that you need arch enemies at Gear Tier 20 to go through the Psychic Cataclysm event, and the arch enemy tag is a very, very small tag indeed. You can see it in the video here. But what we actually need to do here is head over to the game and just take a look at actually what this Psychic Cataclysm event requires. Okay, so here we are in my game, and we're going to go to the events here. And here is the Psychic Cataclysm. It's running for 11 days when it launched, but 10 days and 6 hours is left in this event. And here we can see, and we can put this right the way up to difficulty 21, which is where the top end is. And there are a lot of things here. Now, there is one thing I take from all these modifiers, and that is that Professor Xavier is probably going to be the best choice for this game mode. However, let's enter in and have a look at what is required. So if we look on the first node, so this is the very starting node, we'll follow it all the way around. So here we need Gear Tier 20. Okay, that's a little upsetting, you know, that we need Gear Tier 20, but it is rewarding players who have already done the Professor Xavier Saga, and really and truthfully, the Professor Xavier Saga, if you were someone like one of the top end spenders, you went through that pretty quickly. And so this, I think, is sort of like an extra bit of gameplay for them to do. The next node in line requires Gear Tier 20 non-arch enemy. Not arch enemy, but non-arch enemy. So not characters with the arch enemy trait. The next node is just Gear Tier 20, followed by another Gear Tier 20, followed by another non-arch enemy Gear Tier 20. Gear Tier 20 here, Gear Tier 20 here, Gear Tier 20 non-arch enemy again, Gear tier 20, gear tier 20 here, and gear tier 20 non-arch enemy. And then the final node again is gear tier 20 non-arch enemy. Now your rewards for this, your milestone rewards, if you can get up to 2 million points, you're just getting the 7th anniversary costumes. Now anyone that was around for the 7th anniversary, which was only March, you would have had these costumes already. The big reward is in the ranked rewards, which is going to be the top 500 players, and that is where you will get the Dark Xavier costume. Of course, this costume is only any good if you actually have Xavier unlocked. So if we take a look at the leaderboard right now, we can see that already there are 100 players who have, or at least 100 players who have done this event. There's probably more, but there are at least 100 endgame players who have played through this Psychic Cataclysm. And now I see people talking about the fact that it's not free-to-play friendly, that that it's not a free-to-play friendly event. Well, as you guys all know, I am free-to-play friendly, completely free-to-play. And if we take a look, so let's put in arch enemy. So none of the characters that you're going to want to put to gear tier 20, apart from Apocalypse and Mephisto and Super Skrull, who are honestly characters that are a later choice because they're quite expensive characters for gear tier 20. They are arch enemy characters, but overall, the characters that we have at gear tier 20, or that I have at gear tier 20, is Punisher, I have Silver Sable, I have Oath, and I have Blade. So I have 4 out of the 5 characters available in gear tier 20. One more character at gear tier 20, and I can actually go in and do that Psychic Cataclysm event. Now, that is all going to be dependent on how I do in the Intel store, how I do with my gear tier 20, my Armory 20 orb drops. All of those things will add into whether or not I would be able to take part in that Psychic Cataclysm event. And so what it requires, who it's really for, and why, despite the backlash, I think is actually a really good thing. Remember, not everything in this game is for everyone. Some content is meant for the whales because they keep the lights on. And that really is okay. All right, let's highlight some of the awesome Marvel Strike Force creators in the community this week. If you're looking for different takes on the current state of the game, you're going to want to check these out. So let's kick things off with OG Diamond Dave, who just dropped a video on the Intel store. Now, Dave might have the Kraken juice flowing through his blood, but don't let that fool you. His breakdown is sharp, balanced, and hilarious. He runs multiple accounts, including a free-to-play one, so he's got a unique perspective, and this video is a perfect companion to the blog drama we just covered.
When you come in here, buy the shit that you need. Buy the shit that's relevant to your account, okay? It's that simple. There's going to be a lot of videos about like what's good value, what's good for this, what's good for you. Do what's good for you. On this account right now, it's a free-to-play account. I am level 102, just so you know, right here, level 102. And there's a couple things that I need. They're called training modules. That's it. I don't need any of this other shit. All right. Awakened abilities, nice to haves. Character shards for new characters, nice to haves. Gear tier 20, see you in fucking 6 months, right? Gear tier 19, nice to haves. Everything that you see here is all nice to haves. The things that I absolutely have to have, that I cry about every day because I don't have enough, is right here. L4 training materials. I ain't got them. I need them. Okay? Fucking put that shit in the vein. Give me 14 of them right now. Put them in my fucking mouth right now. I need them. Okay? Training modules. That's what I need. Don't let me or some other content creator tell you what you need out of this store because of value, because of this, because of that. Use what you need. Do what you need to do. Okay? That's the first thing to drop. Intel store is top notch. If you think it sucks, I dare you to put a comment down and see what the hell I have to tell you about it. Okay?
Next up, we have Deia Gaming, and I absolutely love this video. This is the content I want to see about Marvel Strike Force. Speculating Marvel Strike Force dropping a video and him going in and being detective and speculating on theories of who could be coming to the game next. Brilliant video this year. Thank you very much for this.
So let's go ahead and take a look at this a little bit, but frame by frame. We're going to watch this video because there's some very cool things. Definitely check out this video. They did an awesome job with this one. So right off the bat, we can see here there's a Franklin Richards artwork on here. I did end up looking to see what this is. And if we continue this on, here we see Dr. Doom, we see Kitty Pryde. This artwork actually came from the X-Men Fantastic Four 2020, number 4. And I wasn't too familiar with this run, but apparently in this run here, it's talking about basically Franklin Richards being a mutant, and they're trying to get him over to the island of Krakoa, and basically kind of the conflict between the X-Men and Fantastic Four. I'm definitely going to check this out because I wasn't too familiar with this run, but it's very cool.
Gideon XL came in next, and he came in hot with a bold title and a bold take. How we killed the new player intel economy. Whether you agree or not, he's taking a hard look at how different player groups are being affected by these changes and what we, the community, might be doing to actually make it worse.
In the Intel store. Now, I'll take any advice anyone can give. You see, I have a good amount. I have 170,000 up there. Maybe I could get this L4 training modules. I need more training modules. I'm not going to commit to that just yet, but maybe I could do that. Or maybe from time to time I could get these tier 4. I don't know. What I do think is important. Well, I already gave you a hint here. I gave you a hint. This is actually number 3 right here. Purple ISO.
And lastly this week, we have Dinman 2323, and he has 2 solid videos out this week. The first one is a deep dive into the Professor Xavier Saga storyline. If you're one of the lore geeks, just like me, this one is for you. This is a brilliant video going over all the story from the Professor Xavier Saga, which is really good for those of us that are yet to get into it and have a look. The second is a calm, personal perspective on the current state of the game. Not doom and gloom, just honest thoughts from a newer player who is spending money on the game and also a newer content creator.
I noticed that there's a lot of people that are discussing how spenders view the game and view the free-to-play players who aren't, based on what I can tell, really even spenders. So
now all of these videos are linked in the description down below. Go and check them out, give them a like, and drop a comment to let them know you appreciate the work. Supporting other voices in the MSF space keeps this community strong and diverse, and I'm all about that. Now let's shift back to the official channels. We've got a fresh blog drop this Friday. All right, so now let's break down this week's blog, courtesy of the wonderful envoys that bring it up to us early. And May the 12th at 2 p.m. PDT, we have the following things going on in game. We have a new strike pass featuring Hitmonkey. That's right, on the free-to-play path. You will be able to get yourself another 40 shards of Hitmonkey. But that's not all this week. Shadow King trial returns. That is pretty cool. Will we see a return of some Captain Britain shards maybe this week because the Shadow King trial is returning? That'll be interesting. Negative Zone Harbinger begins. This is a new pocket dimension-y type thing, I think. We're going to go over this a little bit later. May the 13th, so Tuesday at 2 p.m. PDT, Songbird becomes available. So you can get her if you are a spender with your well-earned cold hard cash. You can get her if you're free to play by unlocking or opening the 675 power core orbs. And don't forget, her red stars will be in the elite store for you to pull at an increased rate. It's usually a 25% drop rate on the red stars for the featured character. Battle World is also returning on May the 13th, so that makes complete and utter sense for having the Shadow King trial return. Battle World returning, Shadow King's needed. You can do that pretty much in a one-er. Get him unlocked and then use him in Battle World. We also have the Cosmic Crucible Ultimate 16, which is going to launch now. Ultimate 16, we've had Ultimate 32s before, but not an Ultimate 16. Will be interesting to see how this plays out. And on May the 15th at 2 p.m. PDT, we have Victoria Hand entering the Intel store. So we're going to be able to start purchasing her with Intel if you want to. And the first trial of the Cosmic Crucible Ultimate 16 will begin. We do have some Twitch drops this week. Now, I'm going to guess at the times on this because they didn't actually mention this in the preview blog, but 20,000 Intel credits for 2 hours. 200 L4 training modules, L4s. That is really good for 4 hours. And in 6 hours is the 5 Hyperion shards. The reason why I've gone with the 2, 4, and 6 is because that is what they ran this past week. And that does equate to 52 minutes per day. But what did I do this week? Well, what I did was I went to a stream who was streaming. And because I really didn't have time to watch 6 hours of stream this week, when I was about to go to sleep, and I left my phone running all night long watching that stream. And that when I woke up in the morning, I magically had my 20,000 Intel. I magically had my gold, and I magically had my songbird shards. So there are ways around this, guys, but if you are looking to engage with the Twitch community, then 52 minutes per day of your time will net you all these goodies. So, Negative Zone Harbinger. From what I can tell from the blog, this is almost like a pocket dimension type thing, but we will take a look at this on Monday in the events video itself. So don't forget to come back for that one. There are going to be 16 mission nodes total. It is going to launch on May the 12th at 2 p.m. PDT, but only 8 nodes are going to be available initially. This will be coming back all the way through chapter 1 of the Age of Annihilus. So for the next 3 months, effectively, this will be coming back once a month, it seems. And more nodes will obviously unlock as we get more teams coming out. This is going to require 5 characters with the Harbinger trait. Now, currently, when this launches, or the day after it launches even, if you're a spender or you're going to spend power cores, potentially you will have 9 Harbinger characters. You will have the 5 Vigilantes, and you will have the 4 Thunderbolts. But we know that this is probably going to be somewhere where the Vigilantes are going to shine, just because they are a complete team. There is no gear requirements, but they are recommending top gear. I'm going to assume here at least gear tier 19 and purple ISO 8 to ensure they are strong enough for battle. And the rewards they've mentioned are purple ISO 8, diamond orbs, gold, training materials, crimson gear, and various gear orbs. Don't know what the various gear orbs are going to be, but the crimson gear, the training modules, the gold, the diamond orbs, the purple ISO 8, that is all rewards I would really, really like. And then we have the Ultimate 16. So you're going to be able to set your defenses from May the 13th. That is Tuesday. And the first round is going to begin on Thursday, which is May the 15th. A lot of these rooms are the same rooms that we have had before. So stage 1 is combat support. We've had this room before. Fortifiers and healers are going to apply +1 vulnerable on hit. Strikers on hit are going to apply +3 vulnerables. And all other characters on hit are going to apply +2 vulnerables. And when attacking, the character who... On the attacking character is going to gain 100% damage per vulnerable. And then at the end of your turn, you're going to clear all vulnerables. So this is quite a cool room. I think we had this about 3 or 4 Cosmic Crucible seasons ago. Stage 2 is Raid on Crucible. Everyone loves this room. Basically, the room counts as a raid, and you lower the resistance and healing by 50% on your characters. Last time that this room was around, Spider Society was the big go-to team. However, we have now had Orcus, Night Stalkers, we have had the Mighty Avengers, we have had Vigilantes. So we have had a number of teams that might be better in this room now. I'm looking forward to this Ultimate 16 Crucible, and I will be posting what my defense is, and this will be the start of me posting some Cosmic Crucible videos on the channel. Stage 3. Now this is, I believe, a new room. It's called Spore Attacks. All characters do max health damage. That is right. All of your characters are going to be like Mephisto. So when they hit a character for damage, it will take that damage off permanently. There will be no way to heal it back. All characters have 50% max health and damage. And on ally death, it is going to barrier self for 100% of that character's max health. So this is going to be a really interesting Cosmic Crucible Flash tournament. Don't forget also, they did announce the other day that they will be updating the Cosmic Crucible rewards and the Ultimate 16 season rewards for Ultimate 16. So we will be getting intel in that now, which will be really, really nice. So then we have the Command Center events, the Harbinger Month 1. Your daily is still to play raids and use campaign energy and spend gold. That's been a pretty easy one to do. Weekly is spend the intel. Now it's probably going to be the same again, probably about your 300,000 intel they're going to be looking for you to spend, which I would say actually is what they are thinking we are reasonably going to get, as I said in my video yesterday. Monthly is battle in raids with the Vigilante characters, and the premium is to battle in raids with Victoria Hand, Songbird and Hyperion. And that has already launched. So then we have the Harbinger week 2, and the daily that you're going to be needing to do on this one is to play raids. Weekly, you're going to be looking at earning Teal Gear Raid Orb fragments, using your Vigilantes in raids, earning Armory 20 Orb fragments from raids, and open the Armory 20 Orb fragments. Your premium on this week is going to be battling in raids with Songbird at 5, 6 or 7 yellow stars. And for doing that, you're going to earn Thunderbolt Diamond Orb fragments. And the flash on this. So there is a flash scoring, which I'm guessing is going to come in on the 13th when Battle World opens, is to battle in Battle World. This is going to launch on May the 12th at 2 p.m. PDT, and it is believed that this could be the Hitmonkey free-to-play event. So we will see about that. If it's anything like the last free-to-play event we had for Vigilantes, which was Silver Sable's one in the Command Center, we were able to earn Silver Sable really, really quickly. And the only other event going on this week is our Alliance event, Red Justice. Is back again for another week. This is going to start on Monday at 2 p.m. PDT, or if you're like me in good old Blighty, 10 p.m. BST. It will finish on Sunday, the 18th of May. So a 6-day event. It's your Alliance event. You're going to be battling in raids, collecting the Chaotic Storm milestone points, collecting the Allied Supply 7 Orb fragments, and you're going to get bonus points for using your Vigilante characters. Now, with the Hitmonkey free-to-play event, if it's anything like the last one, the Silver Sable one, where you had him within a couple of days, you should be able to be getting these max points for these Vigilantes very, very easily now with Red Justice. And that wraps up this week's Alliance briefing. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, drop a comment, and consider subscribing so you never miss an update on Marvel Strike Force. Big thanks again to all the creators featured in today's show. Go and show them some love. Until next time, Commanders, stay sharp, stay strategic, and as always, stay positive.